Hello everyone. This video is designed to help you work through the MS project assignment that you have been assigned this term. I will be covering the BlueZuma project on page 553 of your text, and I will be covering part 1 in this video. Most likely your assignment will not follow the same exact instructions and will follow different procedures than the BlueZuma assignment, but this video should help you with some key concepts. You will probably want to review the appropriate tutorials and read through part 1 of the BlueZuma project to help you follow along as we go through this assignment. For part 1, we are asked to construct a network schedule, and I have already entered the tasks and their duration in my Microsoft project file. And I got this information from table A2.1 in your text on page 554, and basically this is just a list of the tasks as indicated in the table. Now what we want to do is make this work breakdown structure make sense. And basically the first task is the project itself, and these tasks underneath it are what need to be completed in order for the whole project to be completed. In a lot of assignments, you will be given the project itself, which will always be the first task, and then you will be given several deliverables with tasks that need to be completed in order for that deliverable to be completed. So it will look as though the work breakdown structure has 3 tiers in the MS project file. The next thing we want to do is code our tasks. And we want to go to Tools, go down to Options, and then click Show Outline Number, and click OK. And this just gives each task a number it can be identified with. The next thing we want to do is enter our predecessors. And if you look at the table, the third task, which is Product Design, has a predecessor of 2, which refers to market analysis in this particular table. And you want to be careful that you don't assume that the ID number given to you in your assignment will be the same ID number that you have here in your MS project file. We're lucky in this case because 2 is also, the ID number 2 here also refers to market analysis. So we can put 2 here. Market analysis also needs to be completed before manufacturing study can begin, so we want to put 2 in that cell as well. So we just want to finish entering our predecessor. I've left this particular predecessor because it's a little different. It involves a lag. So what we want to do is right click on this cell, click on task information, and click on predecessors. And the first predecessor listed is 11, which corresponds to order components in our table. It also corresponds to order components in our MS project file, so we want to put the ID number 11 in this cell and click Enter. And our default lag is a finish to start, which is what we need, and we have a 20-day lag here. We want to do the same with the next task, which is task 12, order production equipment, finish to start in 40 days. Basically this says that installing production equipment can't begin until 40 days after the production equipment has been ordered. So we want to click OK, and we can see here that that looks a little bit more like what is in our table for our assignment. Next thing we want to do is enter the correct start date. So we go to Project, down to Project Information, and our project starts in January 2nd, and push OK. And now we can kind of see that we have our correct start date up here, and a finish date, and a duration. Now we just need to enter our holidays. So we go to Tools, change our work time, and we notice here that by default we have an 8-hour day. Saturdays and Sundays are non-working days, which is what we need for this assignment, and we can start entering our holidays. Our first holiday for this year is Memorial Day, which is May 26th this year. So we click on the day, and then we click down here and type Memorial Day, and click Enter, and it automatically sets this particular day as a non-working day. So you can complete the rest of your holidays, and just to illustrate how to enter a holiday that lasts for more than one day, we can enter Christmas. So we go down to December 25th, click on the 25th of December, click down here, type in Christmas, enter, and then we go right here to where the holiday is to be finished, and then we just click on December 26th and click OK. If we want to go back and check this, we can see that we have a 2 days of non-working days. So now that we're done entering all of the holidays, we want to make sure that we follow the directions and make sure that if a holiday falls on a Saturday, then we give Friday off for that holiday, and if the holiday falls on a Sunday, then Monday will be the day that is given off, which doesn't apply to us right now, but might if the project was to be extended or if the project was to last for more than 1 year. You also want to make sure that you don't assume that just because you enter the holidays in for 1 year that it will automatically recognize that in the following year if your project was to last longer. So you have to go in and make sure that you enter those holidays if your project is extended. So we click on OK, and we see that we now have a start and a finish for our project and a duration. And we can also look over here and see that we have a Gantt chart, but it's kind of hard to see. So we can change that a little bit by right-clicking on the time scale up here and changing the middle tier to, let's say, quarters. And you can determine what's easiest for you. And the bottom tier into, let's say, months. We click on OK, and we can kind of see that our Gantt chart is a little easier to read. It's a little easier to see the project. Another thing that might help is to use the Gantt chart wizard, and this will help us outline the critical path in the project. Next, we don't really need to display the resources in this case. We do like to show the link between the tasks. Click Next and Format, Exit Wizard, and we can kind of see here which tasks are critical and overall view our project a little bit better. So now that we have completed this part of the assignment, we've entered all the information that we need to. The next video will talk about the questions for this particular part of the assignment.